Hello, everybody. Welcome back to your H-Town Rundown Houston Rockets basketball podcast. I'm here with my co-host Dante. He is back. He's feeling better. Thank you, everybody, for asking. But he's back. Dante, how you feeling, man? You ready to talk about these wins, baby?
Oh yeah, man. I really talk about this 6 out of 7, man, that we won, man. It feels good.
Definitely. All right, let's hit that intro. Yeah, we are back, baby, guys. We got 4 wins to talk about here for our Rockets rundown for the day. We got to talk about the Blazers and Kings game. We talk about that poster dunk Jalen had on your boy Anthony Simons, which is absolutely beautiful. He was announced the father twice in one day. So crazy. And then we're going to talk about the Spurs and Wizards games as well. We'll talk about the LP injury. And then, we're almost back to 500. We were down. I think we were 6.5 games back from 500. Now we're only
By
4
like
games back from
9,
500.
I believe by 9. That's 9 games back. Yep.
And now we back. Now we back, man. We making teams sweat. I can't wait to talk about all that today. So let's jump right into that Spurs game or the Trailblazers game, right? So Jalen, he had a pretty good game. He had that massive dunk on Simons. Played pretty good defense throughout most of the game. Actually, we won this game 123-107. In 34 minutes, Jalen had 27 points, 3 boards, and 5 assists. He had 2 steals with it, and that nice steal where he had that fantastic dunk, that breakaway dunk. He shot almost 58% from the field, guys. Very efficient, very efficient. We went 5-9 from 3, garnering 44.4% from the three, and then he only got 50% from the free throw line, but he only got 2 free throws in this game. And that's going to be a common theme, unfortunately, we'll talk about is the lack of free throws, despite him being super aggressive lately. Fred VanVleet in this game also was pretty nice in 34 minutes at 18 points, 10 assists, a board and a steal to go along with that. He didn't shoot too well from the field overall, 38.5, but he went 50% from the three-point line and made all his free throws. Really nice to see. And then Amen in this game, 26.5 minutes played off the bench, 16 points, 8 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 5 blocks, garnering him a plus 24 in 26.5 minutes. 70% from the field he shot. Didn't shoot a 3 because that's not his game, but he made both his free throws. Love to see it. He don't even need a 3, and he's still getting 16 points. Absolutely phenomenal. Dante, let's break down this game, man. Start with the paint play, and we'll talk about the defense here in a minute.
Hey, first of all, I want to issue an apology. Rightfully so, we've been crapping on him the whole season, but he's been helping us out, especially when LP has been out. He has earned the contract that he got. We was talking about his release up out of it quickly, but since the Phoenix Suns game, the first Phoenix Suns game when he gave us a lot of energy and he followed that up, he's been nothing but consistent. So I want to just issue an apology to Jock Landale for how well he's been playing and how well he's been shooting the 3 ball pretty well and rebounding the basketball and playing some great defense. So I do want to issue an apology to Jock Landale for his play, and he's definitely deserving of that. But again, he has done nothing but helped us, man, on the rebounding edge. And like I say, in that Portland game, we started off slow. I mean, Portland started off on fire from the field. When you look at this ball game, who was that Bannon kid? That Bannon kid coming in and shooting 25%, from the 3-point ball, from the 3-point line. He's on fire early. And again, our defense was really good in this game. So we shot 47% from the field, 37% from 3. I like that. I mean, 14 threes. We made our threes. They made more threes than us, but they made them early in the game. Free throws, shot 70 73% from the free throw line. We got all rebounded by 2. We had 33 assists, man. We moved the ball around. We moved that ball around.
Movement.
Ball movement was really good. And another thing I love, we only had 7 turnovers in the game, so we got more shots. We forced them to 17 turnovers in the game. Defense was really good. Man, Amen Thompson was just a headache all night for the Portland Trailblazers, getting steal after steal, dunked out.
Everybody just playing.
Got the block. Him and Cal Whitmore was just really good on defense. And then we got to talk about that third quarter, man. That dunk by Jalen Green just took the soul up out of Anthony Simons and just got everybody up out their seat. That game, like that dunk sparked the whole thing. And man, like I say, man, that was nice, man. When I seen that guy just rise up over, Anthony Simons and dunk that ball in, man, it's like a whole inch of life came within the Houston Rockets. Because we were down by 9 at that point, I believe. We were down by 9 or 8 at that point before he dunked that ball. And then the energies just boosted up. And then it's just like the Portland crowd just went crazy solid. And Jabari Smith had a very good game, 15-9. And Alp had 19-9. And you had Jalen Green had 27 points, a couple threes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, what more can we say about this game other than, it was a game that if this was last year before, we're losing. We were rejected some of it. We came out playing high energy, but it didn't feel like we were competing at the highest level that we normally were. They're like thinking like, bro, we're losing to the Blazers. And then Jalen gets that steal, starts it off with that dunk, man. And, that along with the rest of the fast break points, we had a total of 37 fast break points in this game to their 18. That's absolutely insane when you think about it like that. Almost 40 fast break points. Yeah. It don't matter who you're playing. If you're getting almost 40 fast break points, that you're getting anything you want, right? And that's counting threes, free throws, mid-range, dunks. Just an electric game all around, And I don't have Alperen Sengun on here, and he played really well. I'm very glad you mentioned him. He played really well. Not usual LP standards, but still a nice game from him. Solid efficiency, and then like we said, Jock Landale, his physicality. This Jock Landale that's been playing across these 4 games that we're talking about. That's who I was expecting. That was who I thought we were signing, and Jock has arrived. I've been saying clear the Landale zone because he's flying in hot, man. He's coming in hot. He's doing his thing. He's being physical. He's getting rebounds, and he's shooting the 3. I saw Jock Landale taking a 3, and I was like, no. Yes. I didn't know Jock had that in his game. Other than the only time I had seen Jock in his entire career playing was when he played against us the 1 or 2 games last year where he looked like Wilt Chamberlain. And that was it. That's the only time I'd seen him. And then for us, he's been, for lack of a better word, doo-doo most season.
Yep.
But these recent stretch of games, especially going forward starting really tonight, but really, I'd say making an official impact against the Kings here that we're going to jump into, where Jock just went. Like, he was physical. He was the perfect backup center.
Yeah.
This was exactly what we needed. However, this was the game that Alperen Sengun.
Hey, you can say, I want to get one more thing before we talk about the Kings game. When you look at that 3 that he hit versus Portland, you can see the whole team just jump up and just swarm him. Like, he never made a 3 in his life before, man. That was a great moment, man, to see Jock Landale making 3s, man, and knocking them down at an efficient rate, man. And he's really been helping us out, man.
100%. Yeah, he's the perfect backup center. And then I'm almost, if he plays like this throughout the rest of the season, and this is the Jock we can get, or at least 90% of this throughout next season, I might not want to trade him, because we're going to have Steven Adams and Sengun. We might as well just keep Jock. He's going to play like what, 12 games? I'm okay with that, paying him, what's he making? 7-8 million for a few games.
Yep.
We can Jeff Green can officially play that 4-3-4 role if we end up keeping him. We can move some things around, but that's for the future. That's for the future. That's an off-season episode. So let's talk about the Kings game. All right, 112-104, another W. LP. I'm glad he's good. His injury looked bad. His injury looked real bad, but he's good. He suffered a sprained ankle and a bone bruise. I think they said, 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks for a return. And then this is also an update as well for Cam Whitmore. He sprained his LCL, which I'm not even sure where that's at. I'm not a doctor, but he sprained his LCL, which is supposed to be out for, again, around the same time, about a month or two. So hopefully they just stay out for the rest of the season. I don't want to see a D Rose and have them come back, from this kind of injury. We had a scare with LP, just keep him up for the rest of the season. And he played 62 games. He played really hard, really well. And he led us to almost the play-in spot here. Hopefully the rest of the team can just pick it up, carry it for the rest, for him going forward. And we can see some improvement. However, Albert Sengun, man, feel better. All right. We stand with you. We hear with you. Just feel better. He ended up playing 30 minutes this night, 14.6 boards, 6 assists, 2 steals against Domantas Sabonis, who was a monster in that first quarter. He almost had a double-double in the first quarter. Sabonis and Sengun were going at it all game long. He ended up shooting 50% from the field, didn't hit a three, didn't get a chance to make any free throws. But to bring it back to the top for VanVleet, man, 38 minutes of play, 22 points, 4 boards, 9 assists, 2 steals on high efficiency. If we can get high efficiency, Fred, anytime, we're winning. We're winning. He's like the most efficient player I've ever seen in my life. He shot 62.5% from the field, 50% from 3, and made all his free throws. Absolutely phenomenal. And then Jalen Green, definitely a mid-game from Jalen in 34 minutes. He had 19 points, 2 boards, and 3 assists. He went 75% from the free throw line, but he only went 17% from the 3 and 40% from the field. Not great, but he had plays down the stretch were really good. He had that contested 3. The only 3 he made, of course, it was contested. But let's go ahead, Dante. Let's break this one down once again and start off with the intensity in the paint and how that got us free throws.
Yeah, man. Like I say, this was a huge win, man. Going 3-1 versus the Kings this year. A team that made the actual playoff picture last year that surprised everybody. Like I was on many, podcasts saying, I think the Kings were going to really take a step back this year, and they have really took a step back. We shot 12 of 29 from the 3-point line, which was 41%. That's damn good because the Kings couldn't buy a basket in this game from downtown. That works good from us. We made 81% of our free throws. We got out rebounded by 2 because Domantas Sabonis is that pretty much that dude. And LP again, LP held his own against him. Sabonis for the 4th time this season. Proud of LP for what he's did. One Sabonis. We only had 12 turnovers. I pretty much like that. We forced them to 13 turnovers. That's good enough. I like the fight. I thought Jeff Green came in, hit some big time buckets. When the league was going up to 13, I thought he came in and hit some big buckets. Fred VanVleet got hot in the middle of the second quarter to keep us in the game. I thought he played a hell of a game. I thought, Thompson again played another hell of a game. The turnovers was a lot in this game. They were kind of hurting us in this game. But again, down the stretch, Jabari Smith makes a big bucket, big mid-range. Jalen Green hits a dagger 3. Again, I really liked the way, we played some really good defense, holding them at 104 points. De'Aaron Fox, making De'Aaron Fox go 7 for 21 in this game. I like that. That was really huge. I mean, that showed that we forced them into some tough shots. Jabari Smith didn't shoot good from the field, but he had a double-double in this game. I thought Dylan Brooks was huge in this game. Had 10 points, had a big 3 in this game. Cam Whitmore hits a big 3 to keep us up 18. I thought the defense was really good in this game. I thought the rebounding, I thought our energy in the second half was really, really good. But I thought our defense was on. De'Aaron Fox was huge in this game.
100%. There's no better way to say it. Especially because he was going off in that first half. I thought him and Sabonis were going to have a masterclass duo, and they didn't. We were able to contain them in the second half. We put them in a box. Malik Monk started to go crazy a little bit. Then we put him in a box, and then they couldn't do anything. It was just back and forth, and that was it. That was the tail of the game. But like you said, turnovers were pretty high with Fred VanVleet having 5. But
5.
overall, I
Yeah.
mean, the whole team had 12. So
Yeah.
Fred VanVleet accounting for almost 50% of all the turnovers in this game. He's the point guard. I give that to him. That's okay. Jalen Green didn't have any turnovers, and Şengün didn't have any turnovers. But foul-wise, the team, we had 18 fouls.
Yeah.
Şengün had 4. Jalen had 2. Jabari had 3. I think Jabari sat early because he had 3. He had all in the first half, didn't he? He was not playing pretty well to begin with. And then again, another game where he came out in that second quarter and he was able to put it kind of together. He didn't score necessarily a lot, but like you said, he did have a double-double. He shot 30% from the field, but he clamped up when he needed to. He was fighting for rebounds, and he was boxing out pretty well too, drawing those ticky-tack fouls on Domantas Sabonis. And then Jalen, yet again, weaving between defenses and getting to the cup, man. If Jalen had a respectable whistle, this man would be averaging 25 right now. He needs to get his calls, man. Give him his damn whistle. I'm tired of him driving and getting hit, bumped, scratched, pushed, abused, and then not getting the call, man. But we got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander snapping his head back, acting like he got abused and not getting his free throw. He's the free throw merchant, man. I'm tired of it. Let Jalen get his free throws, man. Let him get his respect. Him and Şengün. If Şengün was getting free throws, him and Jalen both, they're averaging 25. They're averaging 25 apiece, and we in the playoffs. I mean, we've got 15 games. I said this on the last pod. We have 15 games played where we were up, I think we were up 18 or more, and we ended up losing the game. All right, we lead the league in that stat, by the way. If we could have won half those right there, right? Say we won 8 of those, 7 of those, right? We have 38 wins, and we're top 5 in the Western Conference right now. That's how tight it is. So going forward the rest of the season, hopefully we can kind of see that, going forward, making sure that we're sticking together and winning these games. Because again, this Kings game, it looked real dicey there, but we don't give up on our guys here in the H-Town Rundown. We believe their guys could win, and they fought their asses off and got us this W. Again, thank you, Alperen Şengün. You put your body on the line for that block. Of course, they're going to call the foul on you. You don't ever get your calls. You don't ever get your respect. I love it. I love you, Şengün. Hopefully you feel better, man. You and Cam Whitmore. Hopefully you guys are good and ready to go for the offseason. Rest up.
Yep.
Jalen Green and the Rockets got it for the rest of the season. And from what we're going to talk, go ahead.
I thought another thing that was huge in this game.
Go ahead. What?
That corner 3 that Amen Thompson hit, man. That corner 3 to keep the run going, man. That corner 3 that he hit in that corner, that was pretty good. That was pretty huge.
That was huge. Massive.
That was a massive 3-pointer that he hit.
Huge. The bench jumped up. Everyone's looking around like Amen Thompson just hit a 3. Oh, man. I was sitting at home. I was drinking my Screwball whiskey. I saw him hit that. I jump up, man. My drink almost fell on my hand, man. I'm yelling, clapping at my TV like I'm a 35-year-old dad, man. It was huge. It was huge, man. Let's move on to the next game. Let's talk about what we did to the Spurs. Let's talk about what Jock Landale did to the Spurs for a minute here. 103-101. Fred VanVleet, Jabari Smith Jr., and Jock Landale are 3 key players for this game. Fred VanVleet had to play almost 40 minutes again. He had 21, 7, and 7, 2 steals and 2 blocks. Fred VanVleet filling up the stat sheet as per usual. He shot 44% from the field, 33% from 3, and 100% from the free throw line. He made all his free throws. I'm all right with the 3-point percentage. 33% okay. 44%, I believe, is above his career average, sitting at 42.5%. So I'm all right with that. That's pretty average for Fred there. But making all his free throws, huge. Jabari Smith Jr. in this game, all 15 points in the second half, just clutch bucket after clutch bucket. He had 15 points, 9 boards, an assist, and 2 steals in 33.5 minutes. Shot 45% from the field despite being scoreless in that first half. He shot 33% from 3, absolutely huge. And he made all his free throws. Fantastic. Yet again, a game where we're making free throws. We win the games where we make free throws, by the way. Absolutely great. We shot and made 7 more than the Spurs. That was the tail of the game there. They were fouling a lot, though. And then Jock Landale in this game, 26 minutes played. We had Jabari Smith Jr. starting at center, Jock Landale backing him up. Jock Landale, he's making a case to be the starting center. Obviously I like a men starting. I love a men starting. But Jock Landale is making a real case for starting right now. In 26 minutes, he had 11 points, 4 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Shot 62.5% from the field, 50% from 3, and he didn't get any free throws, unfortunately. But dude was bruising Wemby down. I mean, I thought for a couple possessions there how Jock was abusing him so bad. I thought this was Embiid. Bro, just, he was moving around his way, getting those rebounds. I was like, dang, Jock, okay. Settle down. Bo was playing for his contract out there like it was his contract year on a rookie scale, man. Going crazy. So go ahead, Dante. Let's break down this W, man. Tell us how we won this game.
Man, one thing I got to say, it feels goddamn good for Wemby to sit his behind right there and look at your daddy right there. Sit your behind right there, look at your daddy. You didn't want to come to us, so that's what you get. That's what you get. Not want to come to us. And anyway, again, I'm going to say it again. I didn't want him. I didn't want him anyway because we had LP. And I thought it was always a potential of LP, being great. But anyway, we own Wemby as of right now. We know how to play good defense against them. And how about the ball pressure that Jabari and, Thompson was able to put on Wemby? He's not that good of a dribbler. And
Jason Tate.
Yep.
Jason Tate, dude.
Jason Tate, we even go get out on the ground and take it from him. But I thought that pick and pop between Fred VanVleet and Jock Landale was pretty deadly. That worked in this game very well. In this game, luckily we didn't have to play Keldon Johnson because that's normally the person that kind of kill. They kind of kills
Johnson and Trey Jones every time.
Yeah, Trey Jones gets us every single time we play him. We slowed him down in the second half. We was good to slow him down a lot in the second half. He was on fire in the first half, a lot on fire in the first half. But again, we won this game by 2. Happy. We made 10 threes. We shot 31%. They shot poor than us from the 3-point line. We had 36 rebounds. We competed with them on the boards. They had 30 assists. They had more of a ball movement there. And we pretty much did. One thing we did, we forced them into 15 turnovers, man. Like I say, so that means we got 2 more possessions than they did. We had 13 turnovers. We forced them to 15 turnovers. We had 2 more shots, 2 more possessions that they did. That was pretty key. They're going to have good point paints because I don't think our defense was that good in the first half because we allowed them to get most of their baskets on cut into the rim. And there was a whole lot of that cut into the rim, backdoor plays that we were allowed, but we settled that down in the second half. And again, I thought Dylan Brooks made a big time 3-pointer when the take away a little bit momentum. Plus Jabari Smith making a 3-pointer to put us up 9. That was huge. And then we making some free throws down the stretch to close the game. I thought that was really huge. But that Jock Landale and that Fred VanVleet pick and roll, pick and pop, that was deadly. They couldn't stop that one at all.
Dude, Fred VanVleet getting to the free throw line for that jumper where he puts the defender on his back and he shoots that. That's money. I don't think I've ever seen him miss that. Every time he does that pick and roll and gets that free throw line, just count it. Just add it to the stat sheet, bro. He is so efficient from right there. I feel like that's not something that was utilized much with him and Şengün going like earlier in the season. I think they need to stick with that and use that as a bread and butter move to just get a couple points, either free throws or let him decide what to do, whether it's pass out if they double. That pick and roll with him and Jock, fantastic. And even there was a couple possessions where they ran pick and roll with Jabari Smith Jr. and Fred too, which looked okay. But Jock Landale knows how to set a screen, dude. I mean, you can tell now that the injury he had before earlier in the season was definitely holding him back. Again, Jock, my bad. You have my dearest apologies. I was ready to sell you for a bag of chips. My apologies. 100%. You earn my respect after these recent stretch of games. I thought that it was over. I thought we were going to trade you in the offseason. It was going to be this and that. Now, you might have earned your spot. You might have earned your spot over here. And again, shooting threes, hard screens, right? He's looking like a stretch big. He's, setting the hard screens. He's fighting for rebounds. And even though he had 4 rebounds, every single rebound was crucial that he had out there, man. It just felt like he was gobbling them up. And I'm surprised he only had 4 rebounds because I felt like every time I look up, he's got a board. He's getting a rebound. He's getting this. He's getting that. He's getting this. I was like, damn, bro, Jack, I need you to calm down. I save some boards for the rest of everybody. This is a game that, again, this is the first game without Alperen Şengün. We won this without LP, despite, the Spurs having Wemby, which was absolutely fantastic for us. Jalen Green did not play particularly well in this game either. Again, 16 points on that 30% from the field. He went 33% from the three, though, which is really nice to see. And he did go 80% from the free throw line, but he had 3 turnovers. However, despite only winning by 2, he had a +4 in this game. And then Dylan Brooks, again, he fouled out and had a +2. But Dylan Brooks, Jayshawn Tate, they were hell on Wemby, man. Again, 6'4" to 6'7", because I think Dylan Brooks is 6'7". 6'4", 6'7" guys just abusing Wemby. Every time he got that ball, boom. Yeah, they were on him. They were making him work, and that's what I love, man. Wemby's not used to that, man. I absolutely love to see it, man. I absolutely love to see it. Yeah, man. Just another good game. What more can we say? What more can we say? Hey, you got a guy that's saying hello. What's good, Rocky?
What's good, my boy? What's good?
All right, let's move on, man. I think we hit that pretty hard there, man. Just Jack Landale, man. Man,
we apologize, Jock. We apologize to you, man.
Yeah, bro. You got the apology here, man.
You got to keep it up. You do got to keep it up. Season ain't over, but we apologize for you. We appreciate you for your work you've been doing.
100%. And speaking of apologies, 135 to 119 win against the Wizards.
We scored 135 points last night.
135 points. Yeah, man. It's crazy when the Houston Rockets score 120 or more. That's how bad it was. Jalen Green being the Minuteman this time. In 37 minutes, he had 37 points, 8 boards, and 2 assists. I wanted him to get his 40 so bad, but it is what it is, man. He dropped Butler so hard, man. Man. He had 5 threes made on 55% from the field or from 3. He shot 65% from the field and made all his threes or all his free throws. Absolutely fantastic. He had 5 made, like I said. And then Fred VanVleet nearing the same minutes, 37 minutes, 27 points, 3 boards, 9 assists, 2 steals with a +22 in this game. And he was very efficient as well, 64% from the field, 50% from 3, and 86% from the free throw line. Absolutely phenomenal game for Fred VanVleet. And then Amen Thompson, starting again at that power forward role, 27.5 minutes, +24 in that time, 20 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, no blocks in this game. 75% from the field, 100% from the free throw line. No made threes. Dante, let's break this down, man. We've whooped their ass, and there's no way to put it, man, up and down the court, defensively, offensively. Talk about that paint sweep, please, man.
Man, well, he dropped Jared Butler into another dimension, man. It just seemed like that man went into another world after he dropped.
Bro got put in a 2K animation, bro. I was dead.
He flew across the court, and Jalen Green just looked at him and just shot it, man. And that mud went in, man. It was over for Jared Butler, man. I wouldn't be surprised. That's the type of stuff right there that kind of end your career. That type of move right there. That's the type of stuff.
What happened to Wesley Johnson?
Wesley Johnson, the same thing. He never was the same again. Even when that Vince Carter jumped on that over that 7-foot dude in the Olympics, that dude was never the same again after that happened. So again, like I said again, 135 points. I couldn't believe we scored that last night. But it just speaks to how bad the Wizards are, man. It just really does. It speaks to how bad it's the reason why they're the worst defense in the NBA.
At that point, you just stop being that team.
Yes.
Is it not you? Kyle Kuzma, what did you say earlier? you said don't be that team, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
I mean, and it was an interview that Kyle Kuzma did come out and say that they disrespected the game against Memphis. They did. They didn't play a lick of defense, but they didn't play a lick of defense in this game because the paint was
play no defense anyway.
Yeah, the paint was too sweet. They got everything that we were getting. We got everything we want. I mean, you look at the transition baskets that we got. It was literally no defensive resistance in the paint for the Washington Wizards. So that just really speaks to how bad that defense really is for the Washington Wizards. I mean, that paint was just sweet. We were just able to get any shot we want to. And Jalen Green, just lived in it all night long. He just lived in that paint all night long. And when you play a team like that, you know, you want to try to take as much of that advantage as you can. You know, you're going to get some easy shots. You know, you're going to get some opportunities to score. That's what we did. I mean, we shot 42% from the three last night. We were pretty good last night from the three. We shot 87% from the 3-point line. We 40. Our rebounded them 47 to 32. Our rebounded them by 15. We also had 24 assists. That's pretty good. We had 19 turnovers. We were getting sloppy with the ball in the third quarter. A lot of that, we were getting sloppy with the ball. I didn't like that when they came out and hit them first 2 threes on us. And then again, we came back in the game and took off again. And the paint points, we had 70 paint points last night.
70
paint points last night on the Washington Wizards. So, man, that's speaking of how bad their defense was last night. Jabari Smith had 16. Thompson just had a field day in that first half, man. He just had a field day in the first half. Brooks even had 13. Fran VanVleet even had him a 27-point piece. And Jock Landale even chipped in with 13. Everybody got a piece of the pie last night.
Yeah, looks like the starting lineup combined for plenty of points, man. The entire starting lineup scored at least 13 or 14 points or more. Absolutely fantastic game when you can get that from your starting lineup. What more is there to say about how efficient we were? We out-rebounded them, like you said, by 15. Despite them, you know, they're not a huge team, but neither are we, man. We got one guy, we got 2 guys who are 6'11". That's Jock Landale and Jabari Smith Jr. Everybody else is, I believe, 6'8" or smaller. That was playing in this.
I'm 6'8" or smaller because Thompson is about 6'8".
Yep. And I mean, Jalen got 8 rebounds, you know, and then of course, men getting 11, just absolutely fantastic in this game. What more is there to say except goodbye, Butler? I mean, man, it's over, bro. Okay, Dante, let's be real for 1 minute real quick. Between this and James Harden, when he broke Wesley Johnson against the Clippers, what do you like more?
I like the Jalen Green because he slid across the floor.
Oh, man, he had that ball slipping and sliding. And then he no-looked that thing. He looked away when the ball left his hands and everything, too. He stared him down, threw it up, looked away like he was Curry, and it went in. Oh, man. That – what more is there to say? What more is there to say, man?
Man literally fell and slid across the floor, man.
Oh, man. I felt I was actually watching that at work last night. And let me be honest, people was like, man, what the hell are you yelling about over there? Hey, man, don't worry about it. I just watched one of the greatest plays from Jalen Green ever in his career, if not the best play in his career. That was just fantastic. And then the closeout from those guys was quick, too. The 2 dudes that was jumping at him, they closed out real quick, and he still made that jump, man. Jalen Green, this is why I'm not giving up on Jalen Green, dude. Just an absolutely monster game from him. He deserved to get his 40 in this game. They should have let him just get his 40, you know. But it is what it is. We move on. An efficient as hell 37-point with 8 boards, too. He was active on the glass. And then just the overall attack mentality our team showed in this game. They just kept pounding inside the paint, man. They was coming, and they did not let up. There was nothing to say about that. You know, the Wizards had no defense, and we didn't play the best of defense either. You know, Houston didn't play the best of defense. I think it was just, we just wanted to outscore the shit out of them, and we did. We outscored them by 16, scoring 135 points. Only in the modern NBA can you score 120 points and still get outscored by 10 plus. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Dante, before we go, man, just one more time. Jock Landale, thank you.
Thank you, Jock. Thank you, Mr. Jock Landale.
Thank you, Mr. Jock, man. I just love how the role that he's in now. He's absolutely flourishing. And in this game, he had 13 points, 5 boards, and an assist. 80% from the field. He didn't get to make a 3, but he went 5 of 6 from the free throw line as well. He did have two turnovers and 2 fouls, but he was a +7 also. They were winning while he was on the court. Just absolutely a phenomenal game up and down the court. Unfortunately for Jeff Green, though, who went 1 of 7, he averages, according to Craig Ackerman and Brian Holland, shout out you guys out there on the channel. Jeff Green averages 13 points a game, 13, 14 points a game against the Wizards for his career. And he scored, what did he score? Not much. He scored 2 points, 1 to 7. Missed both his threes. Didn't have a fantastic night. Just a lazy game from a lot of players. Aaron Holiday was also scoreless in this game, which surprised me because Aaron Holiday has been really, really solid off the bench for us. He's been a surprise for us this season. And then Jae'Sean Tate, again, kind of getting some minutes here. Nate Williams got some minutes. And Reggie Bullock hit that 3. He got 4 rebounds in this game, too. And 2 of them he really fought for, just being very active on the glass all the way around. The entire team was. But again, Amen Thompson leading our team in rebounds. Just absolutely phenomenal from our team. And then between the second and third quarter, we scored 77 points. I mean, my goodness, dude.
Yep. One thing I want to get to, this is the definition, like I say, of the next man up, man. Alp goes down, Cam Whitmore goes down. Now all of a sudden, you got guys like Reggie Bullock, Jae'Sean Tate in the rotation that know that they need to step up. They know that they definitely need to step up. So it's good to have those guys step up and play some huge minutes and, play some very good defense. Seeing Reggie Bullock out there shoot the ball, making threes out there, and playing good defense, man. I like this. Like I say, I love the lineup that we're going with. We're more faster, we're more versatile, more switchable.
Playing at a high pace.
Playing at a high pace, too, a very good high pace. And we're forcing turnovers, man. We're out there getting stops, forcing turnovers, standing in front of our guys. I like this lineup, man.
Yeah, I'm a fan. And despite Jabari Smith not getting it's not like he needs to get the 10 rebounds either, because you have Amen Thompson and Jalen Green who just sky for rebounds anytime they get a chance to. Amen for his starting stats averages 13 points and 11 rebounds. And then over the last 8 games, Jalen Green's averaging 26, 5, and 3 right now. About 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Go along with 47% from the field, 37% from 3, and 90% from the free throw line. Jalen Green is going off, man. And, to be honest, people are saying do it against this team, do it against that team. He's doing it against every team. He had back-to-back 34-point games against the Suns. He had an okay game against the Spurs. Then he goes off a few games ago, like we talked about. And then he went absolutely ballistic tonight against the Wizards. I mean, that's about 5 games he's had, 25 or more. I'm okay with that. That's efficient.
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Absolutely fantastic. I mean, Jalen showing out back there. Just a little cameo from Jalen a little bit there in my jersey. Jalen going crazy right now. And again, LP, love you, my boy. It's great to have you. And again, hopefully you rest up well. Didn't even need LP for the Spurs and the Wizards game here. I mean, we got these wins. Tari Eason's out. Cam Whitmore's out. Alperen Şengün is out. Steven Adams is out. Didn't matter. It don't matter who's out, who we playing. We absolutely tearing their ass up. Is lighting them up. The barbecue chicken. Now, Dante, it looks to me that we're making some teams sweat a little bit in the Western Conference right now. I think we're making some teams sweat. You could say that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Right now, we are 3.5 games back from the Golden State Warriors in the standings, and 5.5 games back from the Los Angeles Lakers. Steph Curry just got hurt recently with an ankle sprain. I don't know if he's back yet. I haven't checked the injury report. But if he's not, that could be bad news. We're only 3 wins away, technically, and added up losses, but 3 wins away from the Golden State Warriors, and we are 5 total wins away from the Los Angeles Lakers, from being the 9th seed. Absolutely incredible. I don't think we're going to catch the 8th seed because the Mavs have 38 wins. The Suns and Kings all have 38 wins. And then the Pelicans have 39 wins right now. And then everybody else has got 40 or more. I don't think we're going to catch those other teams from Dallas and up. But it's very possible we could be the 9th seed at the end of the season. I think we're making them sweat a little bit. I think we should do this playoff push. No LP, no Cam Whitmore, no Tari Eason. If we make the play-in, Dante, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go absolutely crazy. So,
I said playing is our expectations this year, man. For us, playing, like I said, we know us getting better. We were gonna get better. We knew all that coming from the start of the year. We knew all that. So again, we make the play in. I'm pretty much sure every Rocket fan will jump up and down. And like I say, even if we somehow fall short, you looking at 39 wins that we could get. That's a good season. That's a good season right there.
That's what I predicted. I predicted us to get 37 wins.
And that's good. And most people had us at 31 to 33 wins, and we're gonna go past that 31 to 33 because our schedule is a lot more easier now.
Yep.
Our schedule is a lot more easier now, and we'll beat some of these teams that we're supposed to beat, including we got some good teams in there that we did. We have been beaten, like the Kings and the Suns and stuff like that. We still got the Wizards on Sunday. I believe we can beat the Cavaliers tomorrow. I believe we can beat the Cavaliers.
And we play the Bulls on the
That's a winnable game. That's a winnable game as well. We still play the Magic. We still play the Magic. That's
play the Jazz.
Play the Jazz. That's a very winnable game as well. So we got winnable games all over the place. So again, I wouldn't be surprised. I just wouldn't be surprised, man.
Yeah, we play the Jazz twice going forward. The only two tough teams that we play, other than the Cavs that we're going to talk about here in a second, we do face the Mavs the 31st, which they're looking for a playoff push. They want to be better, so that could be a tough game. And we play OKC the 27th. So depending on who's resting and all that, that could also be a potentially tough game. But we're going to get closer and closer. We play the Wolves the 2nd of April, which is going to be tough going forward with that. But we also play the Wizards one more time. And then we play Golden State the 4th, which again, depending on how they're feeling, we might be able to, slip by. We also play the Heat the 5th, so that's a back-to-back going forward. And then it looks like we play the Mavs again the 7th. So that's going to be tough. And that's the last game of the season for us is the Mavs. We do actually have a pretty tough schedule. Depending on how the Mavs are looking and how other teams are, they might just be okay with their spot is at and might start resting their guys. Again, if Golden State is out of the play-in, 5-6 games from now, they might be resting everybody. That might be an easy dub for us, We don't have to play the Lakers, but we need the Lakers to lose a couple games. We need Golden State to start fumbling the bag a little bit,
Yeah.
But if we can make a play-in push, my expectation, right, was to make the play-in, right? Not to make the playoffs, but to make the play-in, right? And obviously in the early bit of the season there, everyone got really excited. We were all like, oh my gosh, we could be a 6th seed. I remember the hype, but real expectation, right? We can be a play-in team, right? Even without Alperen Şengün, we can potentially still get that play-in spot because of the injuries and everything like that that's going on for the rest of the team. Dante, if we make the play-in, man, what do we got to do? What's our keys to making the play?
Man, we got to beat every team we're supposed to beat, and we got to go out here and we got to compete hard, man. We got to continue to execute when we need to execute. So I feel like we can beat anybody, man. We can beat any team, man, on any given night, man. It just depends on, like I say, if we can shoot well, if we can go out here and rebound the basketball well, and if we can go out here and keep our turnovers down, man. Like I say, we got Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, Jeff Green, who I consistently rate about, three good veterans that can keep this locker room afloat. Even when LP go out, like I say, just supposing if we didn't have, Fred VanVleet, Jeff Green, or Dylan Brooks, or Ime Udoka, this locker room would have been killed, would have been dead already. Already.
We would have been dead when Tari Eason went out.
Yeah. So just because we got those four, and Ime Udoka has done a hell of a job, like we all thought he was gonna do, man. So like I say, we just gotta keep executing, and everybody, next man up, just gotta keep on. Next man up, just gotta keep on stepping up. No matter if it's Jason Tate, Aaron Holiday, like he's been all year. Jock Landale, we got to keep stepping up. Everybody got to play their role.
Yeah, 100%. This is the final stretch, right? This was our 66th game, right? So what is that? 18 more games? 16 games left? Wow, that's math. 16 games left for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Right? Man.
I got one more question before we go.
Mm-hmm.
When did we get our 31? I forgot we didn't get 31 wins. We didn't get 31.
No, we got 22 wins at the end
Yeah,
of last
yeah. I forget. Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
making a joke, man. I was just making a joke. I forgot. We had 20 wins for 3 years. Yeah.
He said, "Man, I forgot we was bad." Yeah, man. I mean, it's really interesting. We've got 9 more wins now this season, despite injuries. I mean, Alpi was out for a game. Fred has been out for a few games. Dylan, I think, missed a game. Cam and Tari being out for some games, and we're in good position right now to. I think we are a little bit like above pace. Like, some people want to say we're on par. I think we're a little bit above the line where we were supposed to be, right? Just due to the injuries, I mean, and the players that we played, right? And I think the play-in tournament, that was really fun. I think that really gave us a lot of energy to start off the season, despite not going too far. We beat a lot of good teams. And we're 3-1 against the Nuggets, 3-1 against the Kings. Those are good playoff teams, and the Nuggets are the reigning champs. And Jokic played every game. Jamal Murray played 3 out of 3 of those games, and we're winning. We're winning against playoff perennial teams.
We 2-2 against the Lakers. That's not bad at all, man.
That's good. That's good. Positive record, or even record, I guess.
Even record, yeah.
And honestly, if we can do that against teams like that are trying to compete for a championship, and obviously, maybe the first time the Lakers or the Nuggets or even the Golden State Warriors faced Houston, they were a little lackadaisical. They're like, it's just the Rockets. We beat them up and down the court last season. We're not going to worry about it. They lose that first game, right? They're like, man, all right, hold up. What's going on? And it's like the Kings. I know for a fact they wanted to beat us that game. They wanted to beat us so bad, and we just kept going. We did not stop. Houston kept bringing that energy from the beginning to the end, man, and just absolutely fantastic. And that's what we need. That's what Ime Udoka gets from this team, is that energy. Now, there have been times when our guys look dejected, where they look lackadaisical and lazy. We play down to our opponent, which is still an issue, and that's why we've lost some of these games, because the better the other team is, the better we play. But at the same time, the worse the team is, the worse we play. And the outliers being, the Wizards, right? Some of those bottom tier teams, when we beat the Hornets and all that. But I mean, saying it's true, if we whooped the Nuggets like that, there's no way the Spurs should have pushed us to a 2-2 record, or even, winning by just 2 points. There's no way. Wemby's great. He's not Nikola Jokic, right? He's not Jamal Murray, right? There's no way. But because their team plays down, because they get cocky, because they get in their own head, because they're still kids and they're young, they make the mistakes. I mean, we're starting a rookie right now. We're starting a second-year guy, and we're starting a third-year guy. We got 2 vets out there with Fred and Dylan Brooks, and Dylan Brooks is out half the game as of late because he keeps fouling every time or getting texts. Fred's been picking up texts. I think he's had 2 texts in the last 10 games, which is unFred-like for me, just watching him in the past. And, despite him being hyper efficient, he's not being on the court causes us to lose, some of that energy. Right. And again, Amen Thompson's a rookie, and we got him playing. He's played every position besides the center this season. He's played the point guard, shooting guard, small forward, and now he's starting at the 4. Absolutely incredible. Insane to get that kind of versatility from a point guard. Almost reminds me, and everyone's going to crucify me for saying this, but almost reminds me of Magic Johnson, a guy who could play, 1 through 5. Amen's playing 1 through 4 right now at every position, scoring, dishing, getting rebounds. Amen could be a triple-double guy eventually. If he can just be a little bit more aggressive, and our guys, they get some shooters around him. Like if we had a lineup of, if Cam was healthy, this would be good. Reggie Bullock, Fred, Cam Whitmore, and then, a consistent Jabari Smith Jr. around Amen Thompson. Amen's probably getting you 8, 9, 10 assists that game, and just the way he's got high basketball IQ, and obviously he's still growing because he's really young, but man, Amen Thompson, dude, he's just been fantastic. He's been every bit the 4th pick this year. Cam Whitmore has been electric. Other teams have been absolutely fantastic against us, and we've still come out on top with 31 wins, man.
31
People
wins.
was expecting that's all, like you said, that's what they were expecting we were going to have for the whole season. And there's still 10 plus games left.
Still 16 plus games left to go, and we are already at 31 wins, man. That shows how good coaching Ime Udoka is, man.
Yeah.
Like, again, developing these guys are developing at the same time. These guys are developing in the midst of a playoff picture at the same time, man, as they being developed. And Ime Udoka, man, he's done a hell of a job, man. Like he said, the day at his press conference, man, when he first made his press conference, I never missed the playoffs in my life, and I tried to keep it going here. Even though that he is on a course of missing the playoffs, that's a real possibility. But it's gonna come at the aspect because the West is so tough, and because that we're gonna even have 38 to 37 wins. That's a hell of a season for our Houston Rockets. That's gonna help us get ready for next year. Now that next year we're gonna be expected to make the playoffs, expected to make a playoff push, man. Now you know what type of team you got coming into next year. Now you're gonna see you should have, Thompson take another step up, Whitmore to take another step up. You're gonna have a healthy LP going into the next season. You're gonna have a healthy Tyrese going into the next season. You got Jalen Green. You got another year of Fred. You got another year of Jalen Green. You got another year of Dylan Brooks. You got another year of all of our guys coming back. I'll probably get some more pieces to get with this team, or probably make a little trade that nobody expect to get even more better. So again, man, like I say, man, this has been an awesome year, man. This has been an awesome year for us. We got 16 games left to play, man. But it's been an amazing push, man. But you give a lot of credit to Raphael Stone and that man right there, Coach Ime Udoka, for what he's done with this team, to what he's done with our guys.
Absolutely. And there's no better way to have said that. All the props go to Ime Udoka, right? I mean, he earlier in the season, man, he was doing a lot of stuff I didn't get. I wasn't seeing the pictures starting Jayshawn Tate, and we lost a lot of those games, starting certain players, trying different lineups because, Ime is just trying to see what works and what sticks with the team. It's his first year as a coach. And if it's his first year with Houston and we make the play-in, what did the Boston Celtics go? They went like 20-1, 20-2.
Man, they went, I'm telling you, they was 500 at the All-Star break. They went 31-9 after.
31-9.
After the All-Star break and make the finals.
That's absolutely incredible.
That's his first year with Boston.
And obviously, likely, we're not going to replicate those results here. That's probably impossible, especially with, just the injuries that Houston has suffered as it is. But if we can get anywhere close to that, if we can get, like I said, if we get over that 35 game threshold, first, we got to win 4 more games for that. And for me, we are doing better than what we were supposed to. In my opinion, for the expectations, we're doing better all the way around. Again, including the injuries. If he can get 4 more wins, right, in 16 games, he can go, get 25% win rate going forward. I'm happy. I have no complaints. Obviously, minor things, be healthy and all that, but no major complaints at all whatsoever. But if he can get us in the plan, say he gets us, we got 16 games left. If he can get us 9 wins and we finish with 40 wins, dude, I got nothing to say. For Ime as coach of the year,
I got nothing to say, either way it goes, whether if we make it in or not, because again, if we're not going to make it in because the West is so tough, I mean, you got to look at it. You got Minnesota in now. You got the Thunder who's gotten better. You got the Lakers who's in there. You got the Warriors in there who still can get wins out there. So that's how tough the West is. That's how tough the West is. Kevin Durant, you got Phoenix and you got Dallas. All of these guys.
Luka. Oh my God.
Luka, you got too many great teams in the West. If he can get 39, like you said, to 40 wins, and we still don't make the playoffs, I'll still give Ime Udoka credit right there. That's it right now. And then again, you go from a championship contending team, you come over there to these young guys and to get 40 wins, and you take Monty Williams off that Phoenix championship team, he goes to Detroit and look that bad. Something tells you. That tells you how good of a great of a coach Ime Udoka is. For him to come from a championship team. And
to be fair, the Pistons do have a certain smiley guy over there that might not be.
Yeah, well, yeah. They do got that don't help. That don't help. But Monty Williams, that showed you.
Yeah.
And I say again, he goes from a championship team. He didn't win it either. Ime Udoka them, and they don't say that he didn't win it either. But the team get worse. Ime Udoka comes over here. Rockets get better. Rockets get better with a 19 to 22 win team. Rockets automatically get better. Well, you can say the Pistons, they're a bad team. That's not Monty Williams' fault. But coaching factored into a lot of that stuff over there.
And Cade, to be fair, does look good over there. He's fantastic, an electric player. He's doing really well. He's doing his thing, and I respect everything he's doing over there. He came off an injury from last season. He looks really good. Jaden Ivey, Jaden Ivey coming into the league, man. I'm a huge Jaden Ivey fan. He's actually someone I wanted us to get if there's any way we possibly could have. I love Jaden Ivey. I like Jalen Duren too. He just had a 2020 game. He's had 4 such this season, which is the most by any player this season. I mean, I like what they got.
They got some talent over there. They got some talent.
Yeah, they've got a fantastic young core, you know. But then again, you know, sometimes it is just the players around you because you look at the Magic. The Magic got Paolo Banchero, right, and have consistently. They might make the playoffs this year. Yeah, they've got a better record than the Atlanta Hawks and Trae Young. They have a better record than the Brooklyn Nets, who were trying to make a playoff push to not give us a good pick. You know, they've got a better record. I think at one point they had a better record than the Cavs. They were second in the East at one point, and they held that for like a week or two. You know, it's all about coaching. You know how invested are your players in what you're doing as a coach? And we're seeing it real time right here. Yep. He rallied the troops. He said, "Hey man, Alperen Sengun's out. I know he's been carrying the load. I know he's the only center. He's the youngest center ever to average 21, 9, and 5 ever in a season on 50% from the field. I know Alperen Sengun is one of the youngest centers ever to have as many triple doubles as he does. I know Alperen Sengun is one of the best players on the team, one of the brightest young stars in the league. I know Tari Eason, one of the most interesting and fun defenders in the entire league. And I know Cam Whitmore is one of the most electric scorers that we've got on the team. I know Cam Whitmore is going to be potentially an all-rookie team guy.
Yep.
But we're still going to push. We're still going to make that plan. I just want to know what speeches he's giving them because I feel like I'd be motivated.
It's working.
To put it in the movie terms, it sounds like an old head thing to say. God, don't come for me, guys. Do you guys ever listen or watch Transformers? But every time Optimus Prime gave a speech, bro, I wanted to jump in that mug and go out there, man. That's what it feels like. Ime is our Optimus Prime, bro.
Yeah,
he's rallying the troops for sure. I'm just so excited to see what the plan is for the rest of the season. But before we get to the rest of the season, let's talk about this Cavs game real quick. All right, we coming in at 57 minutes. We're getting close to getting done here. So let's see for this Cavs game, Dante, what do you expect from this Cavs game? Because they're tall, they're lengthy, they play really good defense. Darius Garland, who I think should have been an all-star, but just, doesn't play enough games. Jared Allen, who's consistently an all-defensive level center. He's a great rebounder, a nightly double-double. Again, Darius Garland, he's a guy who averages almost 40% from the three-point line, I believe. Very efficient. Him and Tyrese Halliburton are kind of this cut from the same cloth, efficient from the field, can get you assists, 8, 9, 10, 11 assists any night. Darius Garland, though, does have Donovan Mitchell, so he's not the exact, he doesn't have the ball in his hands as much, despite being the point guard. There's also some Evan Mobley, Isaiah Mobley rivalry going on against Jalen Green out over here, the Mobley mob versus Jalen Green fan club, of course. And then just overall, the intensity that the Cavs bring, they're just lengthy, big, tall, and they bruise you in the paint. So, Dante, what do we got to do to win this game?
Well, first of all, we got to make shots to win this game. We got to keep our turnovers down. We got to get up. We got to get off to a good start. We can't get off to a slow start in this game. And we got to when we have a double-digit lead, we got to do our best to maintain that. We can't give up a 30-point quarter, 40-point quarters, because that always seems to get us. We'll play well in the second half, and we'll give up it's always going to be that big quarter that we find a way to give up. So we got to make sure we keep with the pace early. Got to make sure we rebound. We're going to need to rebound in this game because Jared Allen is a hell of a rebounder because we're a lot small. And we're gonna have to knock down shots. We're gonna have to knock down shots and protect the basketball.
Hey, Jock, I'm gonna have to ask you to do something. I need you to hold Jared Allen. That's what I need you to do. Jabari Smith Jr., he doesn't have enough weight on him to hold Jared Allen. That's not happening. But he can hold Evan Mobley. So, Jock, I need you to come out there and abuse Jared Allen. I need you to get down low like you did against Domantas Sabonis and Wemby and do what you got to do. So that way we can have a chance at winning because, man, this is going to be a tough game. Again, Darius Garland's going to be tough. I don't know if Donovan Mitchell is out. The last game that I did watch with the Cavs, Donovan Mitchell was out. I don't know if he was resting or if he's injured. So, hopefully he's not playing this game. I do wish him well. I don't wish injuring anybody, but hopefully he's not playing this game so he can get this dub. But if Donovan Mitchell is playing, he's averaging 27.5 points per game. Huge scoring load. He scored 71 last season. He's a bona fide scorer. He scored 57 in the playoffs. He's a guy that can go off any given night. So let's hope that we can hold our man, play good defense, rebound, and make shots like Dante said. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Be sure to follow this account at the H-Town Rundown on Twitter, the X app, as well as Instagram. We got a YouTube as well at H-Town Rundown. Be sure to check us out over there. You can follow me, your host, Preston Simpson, at Drip. That's 2Ps_GAWD on X app or Twitter, and Drip. That's 2Ps_GAWDD, 2Ds on Instagram. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Dante, let them know where they can find you, my boy.
Man, y'all can find me on YouTube at Coach Dante 30. Coach Dante. Y'all can find me on IG at Coach Dante 31. Y'all can find me on Twitter, X at Coach Dante 31.
And make sure to check out his YouTube channel, man. He drops videos all the time, daily, every time anything goes on. Houston Rockets, the Texans, which the Texans just made a big trade recently. So I know Dante is excited to talk about that. That surrounded the number 23 pick. And then going forward, some other stuff like that. He likes to talk about the Astros as well. So be sure to go check him out at Coach Dante 31 on all his channels. Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Share us around, man. And comment in the comments below down on the YouTube channel. Let us know below what you think the Rockets need to do to potentially make the play-in. How do we make the play-in, man? Let us know. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. You guys have a good night. See you.